Mark Wahlberg, sports action, and a dog. Let's talk about Arthur the King. Hey everyone, it's David Stark from Watch Your Pass. Today I'm here to talk to you about Arthur the King, which is coming to theaters on March 15th, 2024. It is a new movie that is based on an incredible true story. My hot take is I definitely think you should watch it. It is just an enjoyable and dramatic adventure movie that features a great cast, some really harrowing drama, and a dog. What's not to like? There are a few things I didn't love about it, but overall, I really enjoyed it. It was just kind of a fun overall movie with a lot of heart. Oh, and for kids, if you're wondering, can I take my kids to this? It is rated PG-13, but that is a PG-13 for some strong language. I took one of my older children to it. She is definitely not 13, but I thought it was fine. Like there's some, like sports kind of language, some language that comes up when something gets messed up. But it's not that bad. I'm actually kind of surprised they made it PG-13. They could have toned down a few of the words and it could have been a PG movie. But overall, I thought it was fine for kids. Pretty much any older toddler, I think would be fine with it. So I'm gonna tell you a little about the film, a few things I like, a few things I didn't like. Not really going to go into spoilers. There's going to be a little things I talk about at the end and the things I didn't like. So maybe there's some minor stuff there. So if you don't want to know what happens, I'll let you know when I get to that part. Before that, though, I'll keep it vague. I'll keep it spoiler free. I'll let you know when I get to those spoilers. So in Arthur the King, you have Mikael, who's played by Mark Wahlberg. He is a adventure racer. And so if you've never heard of adventure racing, I hadn't before. It's this crazy course. It's like 400 something miles where these athletes have to do all sorts of different activities, usually 3 or 4 different sports to get from point A to point B. There's all these checkpoints they have to make, and it doesn't really matter. No one cares how they get to that spot as long as it's not like in a car, but they have to go from point A to the next checkpoint to the next checkpoint, and the team that does all the checkpoints quickest wins. So some of them are like running like a 30-mile run, some will be like a 30-mile kayak. There's biking, there's hiking in the jungle, things like that. It seems insane. It seems like a ridiculous race. It takes like 5 to 10 days to do. But Mikael Light is an athlete. He kind of flared out a few years ago, and now he is trying to get a team together to do one final race or like really scratch that itch that he has inside of him. Is he going to be able to get the team together? And what is up with this dog? Well, you have to watch this movie to find out. So, things I liked about this movie. The first, I love the cast. It's a really great cast. Look, I like Mark Wahlberg a lot. Anything he's in, I'll probably enjoy, and he does a good job in this. He definitely kind of feels like an adventure racer. I like how his foil was like Simu, who was a lot of fun. He was kind of a more like gregarious racer. They had raced together before. They had some history. Their interactions were a lot of fun. Nathalie Emmanuel is also on the team, and she's a fun kind of like strong character as well. And then you have Suliman, and the kind of the interactions between all the team members is a lot of fun. I mean, that's most of the drama. And then of course you have Arthur. You've got the dog, which hey, what's not to like? The second thing I love the drama. Look, it is a sports movie. You're expecting to have drama. There's definitely some drama. There are definitely some obstacles in this crazy course that are thrown in the team's way, both, nature and also within the team dynamics themselves. And so that leads to a lot of kind of tense, interesting moments throughout this race. The third thing I love, it's also pretty funny. It's not like laugh out loud funny throughout, but there are definitely some funny moments in this movie. So if you are, expecting like an hour and 40 minutes of pure drama, it's in there, but there are also some moments of levity that break up this race. And last thing I love that it's a true story. It's based on a true story. You get to see some pictures of the actual race, of the actual characters that are being depicted at the end. I really did love that this was based on a true story because it gives you some more emotional connection to the characters. So all that being said, things I didn't love as much. The first, there's some corny writing. Look, it's as you'd expect for a sports drama movie. But you know what I'm talking about. There, these epiphanies that happen, these obvious lines. It's in there. It's fine. It's part of the genre. I enjoy it sometimes. It's kind of, cringeworthy sometimes, but it's just in there. The second thing I didn't love as much, again, sports drama. Some quick turns, especially some character turns. There's some, some things that are hammered out that seem to turn really quickly. Like there'll be a lot of acrimony, and then all of a sudden there's one thing, and then boom, we're all good. It happens. It's a sports movie. Just know it's in there. And this is where I'll get into some very minor spoilers. So if you don't want to know anything about this movie, turn it off. But I'm not going to really say that much. But the last thing I didn't love as much, and this was kind of the bigger issue, but again, I still enjoyed the film. I'll call it true story question mark. So the film is based on a true story, but it seems like they took a lot of liberties for the film. There are some major events that they did depict. There is a Mikael. Well, I guess it's Mikael. He's Swedish in real life. In the movie, he is Mikael from America. The team was a Swedish racing team. In the movie, it's an American racing team. I don't really understand why they did that. They like renamed him Michael Light rather than Mikael Lindnord, who was the real person's name. Like that just seemed silly. Like why not be a little closer to the actual thing? I don't really understand why he had to be American, but just little things like that. Michael did meet Arthur in a race. He did feed Arthur some meatballs. Arthur did follow him. So there's points in there, but it does feel like they took some liberties with the story. It seems like some of the moments in the movie are a little bit there for drama. Like at one point they use like a zip line, which hey, that'd be a great tactic. I don't think it actually happened. The zip line gets caught. There's this really dramatic moment when they're trying to like get over that obstacle. At one point also they have to take like a boat, which I don't know, that feels like that would be cheating. Like they took a motorboat to cross a river. That feels like that would be very against the rules, but I guess it's not. I don't know. I don't know the actual rules. You get a little bit of the adventure racing sport, but not a ton. And then also there's some things with the timeline about what happens. And one of the things that actually that Mikael did, the actual person that they didn't depict in the movie, after the overall race, Mikael and Arthur ran like a charity race to raise money, which I thought would be a great scene. Like that would be a great way to kind of end the movie is having them in that charity race. But they didn't add that. Again, they took some liberties with it. Look, I understand it's a movie geared towards American audiences, but it does seem silly that they changed some of these things. So overall, I like the movie a lot. It's a fun sports drama. You can like take your family to it. There's a dog, there's some dramatic moments, there's some really beautiful scenery. So go check it out. It's Arthur the King. It comes to theaters on March 15th, 2024. And thanks so much for watching. If you liked this review, please like and subscribe to this channel. It helps me out a lot. Make sure all my new content goes straight to you. Thank you.